course you did. And you've got gauge.
I actually wanted it to work.
Huh. All right.
With my haircut.
Yeah. And those gauge earrings are like a pop.
And the
Those look
earring.
good with the citron. Yeah.
All right.
No one's here yet.
Hello, everybody. Those of you that are already here and quiet, and those of you that are about to say hello so that we know somebody's actually here. Welcome to Lunch with Linda. I'm Linda Daniels, and you are now inside Northampton Wolves. And I want to give a little shout out. If you are on Facebook, you might have seen the post that I did last night that we were a top fan, made the top fans in Malbrico, but we also have top fans. And I want to send a shout out and a hello to people like Rosemary and Bonnie and Jen, all of you people that show up every week and push the like button. Penny, definitely.
Dale.
Push the like button, make a comment, and you get to be on your way to being a top fan. And we want top fans.
Mm-hmm.
We love you and appreciate you. Last week, I got a quick bleep, and this is one of the things that's hard for me, is to go back and see all of the comments, both on YouTube and on Facebook, because they have a tendency to disappear. But I saw a hello from somebody in Wales in the UK. And so if you're here again today, or if you're watching on YouTube, give us a shout again so that I can reply to your comment. Usually I can see even a week later the ones that show up on YouTube, because I was pretty impressed that we are now reaching that far.
Yeah, but
It's pretty impressive
Yeah.
because I know there's a lot out there.
we have a person named Kala from Arkansas watching.
Oh, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We love all of you. I kind of can't believe it. So thank you so very much.
I can. We're so entertaining.
I guess we are. Entertaining. We have a lot to talk about today, and hopefully I remember all of it. We spread the table with all kinds of new yarn, and I want to show you a lot of different things. The first thing that I want to talk about is pom-poms. I received a call from Safe Passage asking if we would be able to make some pom-poms for the hats that they give out during the hot chocolate run. If you're from the Northampton area, then you may be familiar with Safe Passage. It is an organization located here in Northampton that provides help to women who find themselves in abusive or frightening situations. And they have a huge fundraiser every December called the Hot Chocolate Run. And it probably accounts for at least half, if not more, of their funds throughout the year, that they use throughout the year. So they asked if we could make pom-poms to go on some of the hats, and we have been tasked with making about 150 to 200 pom-poms. They have a lot more runners than that, and so we started work on that. On Saturday, Brianna and Marianne helped make a bunch of pom-poms. I had filled this bag with 35 of them that Liz and I had done, and then Brianna and Marianne Snow got us up to 75. Look at this,
I love
done
that.
with this with the eyelash yarn.
I want to dump them out, but it would make a mess.
And it would make a mess.
Dang
There's
it.
too many of them yet.
Dang
Maybe
it.
put that at the end.
Okay.
I would be willing to do
Okay.
that.
It's raining pom-poms.
So here's my ask, because we need them done relatively quickly. And I've set a goal to try to do 15 a day, but that's a pretty big goal. So if you have a pom-pom maker, can you grab the pink size that I've been using? And you have some yarn, would you consider making a couple of pom-poms for us and bringing them in? It's this size of the pom-pom maker that we've been using, because they want them to be about 2 inches. If you don't have a pom-pom maker, would you consider coming into the store Anytime. I've sort of set that Saturday, this coming Saturday, October 4th. Wow. Sorry. On October 4th, Saturday, anytime during the day, if you come in, we'll give you the yarn and the pom-pom makers, and if we can get a few done that way, every single pom-pom matters in this big ask. So 75 puts us, about a third of the way there, so I think we're doing pretty good, but boy, we could really use your help. And if you know anything about Safe Passage, you know that they've been around for a very long time and do a lot of very good work. So help us out in any way that you can.
Pom-Pom Saturday.
Pom-Pom Saturday. Maybe we'll find some time on Wednesday when I'm making them that Kate can video it, and we'll put up a how-to on the YouTube channel. That will be a fun resource for all of you as well, how to make a pom-pom. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, Kate was just telling me, and this has happened to me too, but Kate's really good at it. We have a lot of people coming in the shop in like pairs, a friend with a friend. One friend doesn't knit or crochet at all, and the other friend does. And while the crocheter or knitter is wandering around looking at the shop, the friend is usually standing kind of at the counter and out of the way. And the number one thing that they end up seeing are those crocheted animal tape measures, which everyone loves to look at and everyone loves to touch and experiment with. I even had the other day, a young woman and her boyfriend were here, and they pick them up and they don't know what they are. It takes them a minute to figure out exactly what this is, and then they figure it out. It's a tape measure. They're going strong. They're selling like hotcakes. But what happens is that friend that doesn't knit finds one and sneaks up to the counter with it and has said to Kate, "I want to buy this for my friend." And Kate is able to ring the whole thing through without anybody even knowing. And then that friend that's doing the purchasing slips it into her pocket. It doesn't even go in a bag, but we don't get to see the end. We don't get to see the delight and surprise when that little gift is given. What a perfect little Secret Santa gift. I mean, we're moving into October, people. What did I see the other day? That it's 100 days away to Christmas and counting. So that's something to think about. And we can help you make it a surprise if you need it to be a surprise.
As quiet as a mouse.
We can do it as quiet. They are not quiet.
Not when you do that.
As quiet as a mouse. All right. We'll be getting more of those in too, because man, like I said, they're selling fast. That's the tape measure. Where am I? Okay. The cutest little pattern showed up on Ravelry. Those of you that have done ranunculus will know the name Midori Heroes.
Yeah.
She designed an adorable hedgehog, which I put under my notebook so I wouldn't forget where it was. This is ridiculously cute and simple to do. She's calling it the scrap yarn hedgehog, but when you purchase the pattern on Ravelry, you will find that it is written for every single weight of yarn. So you can make a hedgehog that looks like this to a hedgehog that looks like this. The reason it popped up in my feed was because I'm a Malbrigo top fan. Somebody knit it in Rasta, which is their really super bulky yarn. Loved it. And so we've pulled a couple of the yarns that we have that would work. Instead of doing a bunch of leftover yarns, you could do a skein of the Fiesta, which is a multicolor, with a solid color of the confetti. Those are both the bulky weights, and you'll end up with a hedgehog that looks about like this.
Emotional support.
Nice and big. Kate, that's so brilliant. An emotional support hedgehog. One skein of each is going to be enough, and You can work anywhere from a size 13 up to a size 19 needle. Talk about fast knitting. Probably the most expensive part of this will be the stuffing that you're going to need. And my tip about stuffing, again, save your old pillows and open those up. You can throw them in the wash first and then open those up and use that for stuffing. You can also, like we've been doing, save all of those diabolical ends that you have to weave in and cut, and you'll have enough very shortly to use as stuffing as well. We put them all in this great little jar, and when we make a toy, end up with it. I also pulled out some of the sail yarns that we have that would be really fun to do it in. So I grabbed either the white or the black. They show it with a white face, but I don't think they're actually white. I think they're brown. You could do it in a black face, and sorry. And I heard it after I said it. You can grab a couple of skeins of solid color to do the different colors that they did in the body in this one. In this one, they just used 2 solid colors. But we've got sail yarn that you can use. We've got the Supreme, which has a great brown and blue. So many different choices, and we even have Encore Mega that you could use. This is the chunky, but like I said, it's written for every single weight. Well, there's the Mega. Oh, and that's a great hedgehog color, I think.
The Mega
and you could combine
with the
things.
Fiesta.
The Mega
That's
with
what
the
I would
Fiesta.
do.
That looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, you know I'm going to make one. You know I'm going to have it to show you next week, but I wanted to give you fair warning in case you want to race me. That's going to be a fun, cute little project. And hedgehogs are so popular. So damn popular. Let me clean up a little bit.
So cute.
One of the new yarns that we got in is called Trinity. And this is Kait's pick of the week. Right, Kait?
It is, but not those colors.
No, I know. This Trinity is special because it is, let me get my facts right. This is 50% silk, 30% wool, and 20% cotton. It's perfect for those people that are having a warm experience. If you know what I mean.
People who run hot.
If you are,
This is my
there you go.
range.
That is your, oh, that's beautiful, Kait.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
Isn't it gorgeous?
I have to make something out of those.
So this is from KFI, Knitting Fever, from their Queensland division, and they're calling it their luxury tweed. Silk, British wool, and cotton. It is...
It's like creamy and...
It has a wonderful feel and a really wonderful look. It's not a heavy tweed, all right? But because of the combination of fiber, the silk, the wool, and the cotton, each one of those fibers absorbs dye at a different weight. And so when you look at them, it really shows up in this color.
It does.
The
That's
little
my
bit
favorite.
of white that you see is going to give you the depth in each color and make it look a little tweedy. It is not a tweed in the traditional sense. There is not a bunch of different colors thrown in there in little spots. That's not what they mean by that. It's that little, the little silk nodules show up a little bit, and you get that depth of color with the difference in the way that the yarns take the dye.
Oh, this
so
yellow.
we're really, really excited about having this yarn in the store. It's got great yardage. It's 262 yards, and they're recommending anywhere from a 5 to a 7 needle. So this is a yarn that you could make gorgeous shawls out of on that bigger needle, size 7, even an 8. Or you can use to make really great lightweight sweaters. There's a lot of stuff showing up now on a size 7 needle. One of the patterns, I didn't write it down because now I can't remember the name of it, but it is by one of our favorite designers, and it's a little bit of a lace pattern on the top that would look great in this yarn well.
Would this work
The
for
one
the Haruno?
Roxanne is knitting it. Yes, it would. It would work for the Haruna, which I'm going to talk about in a second. So we're really happy, like I said, to have that in.
I love it so much.
It's pumpkin season in 3 days. Wednesday is October 1st, and I know a lot of you have been enjoying the pumpkin spice if you're a pumpkin spice fan. But in October, that's when we get spooky and pumpkin-y around here. And Kait has brought in some of her pumpkins from last year. And if you've been around us for a while, you will remember that Kait has created these exquisite little knit pumpkins that have real stems. And the beauty is that they're for sale, and she's marked them down. So you can get a really great deal. She's made tiny ones, and she made a couple of really
That's the biggest
big
one.
ones. We have a few of them in right now, but she'll be bringing in the rest in the coming weeks. So if you're ready to decorate for Halloween or for fall, even a black one,
Spooky.
and you don't want to make these yourself, I mean, there's a lot of free patterns out there, but Kait has done an excellent job of making pumpkins for you to enjoy. So come on in and take a look at those. Maybe it will inspire you. I have on, by the way, a shawl that is crocheted that I did a couple of years ago, and it is a butterfly pattern, and I think it might even be called that. That's on Ravelry under crochet if you search. When I am done and get a chance to get to my computer, we'll put the actual name of the pattern up there. But you can use a yarn like this to give you all of the different colors. That's what I used. It goes from color to color to color and doesn't necessarily repeat. This is the apex. This is a 70% cotton and 76% cotton and 24% hemp. So it has a real nice drape and a real nice feel. And I think it goes great with my linen from Italy shirt.
It's perfect.
So look for that pattern. We have had a lot of out-of-towners in or returning visitors. This week, this is when we begin to see our share of the tourist population out there, people that are coming to town either for weddings, like they've been before, reunions, drop kids off of school, but now we start to see the people who are beginning their early leaf peeping or want to come through New England to get that real taste of fall. And twice on Saturday, women came in at the door and stopped and were nearly in tears, saying things to me like, I always make it a point to come into this shop when I come from out of town. I love this place. And started to choke up,
Wow.
which starts me to choke up. And I can barely say welcome. Another woman walked through the door and said, oh my God, this is Yarn Mecca. I love this place. And I have to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I love hearing that. When people walk in and tell me things like that, then I know I've done what I'm supposed to do. We are making people feel welcome, giving them a wonderful place to visit, and filling their eyes with color. So I'll never get tired of hearing those.
Wasn't there a woman who said her daughter thought she was out of the hotel taking
That's
a nap?
that's exactly it. That's exactly it. A woman came in and said she was here actually to help her daughter move here, but she was staying in a hotel. And when she came in and said how happy she was to be here, she told me that her needed a little time away from all of the hoopla that comes along with moving, and that she was taking time to come here and shop a little bit for a project, but her daughter thought she was in her hotel reading. And I was like, okay, we can support that. We won't tell. And I just did.
You just told.
Well, maybe the daughter's not watching.
Oh, well. Yeah.
But yeah, we hear it all. That's exactly what it was. Okay, so one other quick thing too is you might have been seeing a lot of chatter about the new needles from Likey. They're called Flight, Flit, GHT. I've been seeing a lot of that pop up, and we even had several phone calls on Saturday from people who were looking for them. So Likey has always done wooden, driftwood, bamboo, kind of beechwood. So they've always done a wooden needle in an interchangeable set. And we've always carried them and really liked them a lot. They have now broadened their range into this flight, which is stainless steel. And they're beautiful. Unfortunately, I don't have one here. I wasn't gifted one when the sales rep was selling them. But I did get notice just yesterday that our order of flights was on the way. So the people that called on Saturday, we were able to tell them, yes, we have them on order and we will be getting them. And when I checked this morning, our order has been picked. That means they pulled it all and packed it, and then they're ready to ship it. So we'll be getting that in very, very quickly. They did some beautiful colors. If you look up, you can search for it on Instagram or on Facebook, just in the search bar, put in flight knitting needles, and it'll show you the colors of the case. Thank you. The colors of the case. They did some beautiful, beautiful colors. Some of the sets are already sold out, so we would have to order them and then wait for them to come in. We are getting some in, but it'll basically be first come, first serve, and no guarantee that they'll be here in time for a Christmas present. But next week, hopefully, they'll be here and I'll be able to show them to you. So if you're seeing them and you want to know more about them, know that we will have them in stock as soon as UPS delivers them.
Eileen wants to know about your earrings. Those are Katrinkles, right? Oh.
So Katrinkles does an earring like this. Don't you have
wore mine today.
Yeah, Kate has a set. Anyway, Katrinkles does an earring like this that is a needle gauge. And they're wooden, and they're very light. And every once in a while, I get sent a little promo package from a company that is making something, and they want me to try it and maybe see if I like it. They're fun. These are very light, but they're leather.
Oh, leather.
And you can see that on the back side. They dyed the front side, but the back side has that kind of leather look to it. And the reason I'm not stocking them is because they ended up being kind of expensive. And I didn't really think that they would sell the way the Katrinkles do. Katrinkles also has their holiday. They call this holiday, but you can wear this any time of the year.
They've been tempting me, these holographic ones.
Because they change color. And they have, what size needle do they go up to?
They go up to a 5 millimeter.
So that's about a size 8. So they're...
Oh no, they go up to a 9.
Okay, so a size 9.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, so there's just a few holes on there, but these are just so pretty anyway. These are the ones we have. We have the little yarn skeins that Kate calls her emergency stash.
It's true.
In case she ever runs out of knitting.
So true.
And both of these are from Katrinkles, which is a Connecticut or Rhode Island, company.
No, Kentucky. Happy Habit?
Oh yeah, Kentucky.
Sterling,
Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Locally-ish.
We're getting off tangent, but they need to
exactly.
They need to make a set of earrings with a needle on it as well, so that if I'm stuck in an elevator, I can knit with it.
Okay, I'm not going in an elevator. All right. Let's get into the yarn that I promised you last week to talk about, called Eru. This is the yarn from Ireland that I said was tariff worthy. That's going to be my measure from now on. Is it tariff worthy? This definitely is. Those of you that have ever traveled to Ireland and expected to see yarn and yarn stores on just about every street corner know that you've been greatly disappointed. For a very, very long time, Ireland has not been producing knitting yarn. And we have people that come in all the time asking for Irish wool. It doesn't exist at the amount that you would expect. Most of the sheep farmers there are raising sheep for meat, and the wool, the fleece, gets dumped in a landfill because it became monetarily prohibitive to process wool. And even from my last trip to Ireland last year, when we visited the Kerry woolen mills, they were saying that all of the wool has to go to Europe to be cleaned and processed and then spun and dyed and then back to the country or shipped from there. Okay. In the last, I'm going to say probably couple of years, a woman named Zoe has been working on recovering the Irish wool to yarn industry. And she has done this by first approaching a number of farmers in the country, asking them to raise the breeds that are specific to and conducive to making Irish wool. And she did that. Here we go. And they are ready to begin shipping and producing. So first we get this little card that is Eru Luxury Irish Wool, introducing a new chapter for Irish wool. And I want to go right to her mission. Our mission is to combat the tragic decline of the Irish wool industry and reclaim our ancient legacy in wool production. We hand select each fleece from our own farm and our farm to yarn networks across Ireland, where we are incentivizing farmers through fair pay to once again breed for wool quality. And our network of family-run farms uphold the highest ethical standards and animal welfare. There is a little QR code that she has on these cards that will take you right to the more information about the sites. This one is a little bit small, but she's included a map. This one's bigger. We will have this in the store. All of these little sheep that we'll show you in close-up in a minute represents the farms that are now growing sheep, both Romney and Blue-Faced Leicester, to create the yarn.
A cute little gold sheep.
In the process of approaching farmers, Zoe met and fell in love with Lionel, who was a sheep farmer, and they have gotten married and have done such an excellent job of branding this whole process. All of the stuff, all of the things that she sent are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I love this.
And I'm just showing you the promotional stuff. So Romney and Blue-Faced Leicester. Now,
what a cool logo.
Very beautiful logo. And she's used it really, really gorgeously. This is a postcard that they created with their yarn. Okay, Linda, enough about that. What about the yarn, right?
I know. Let's see.
She did 4 different colorways or color groups, and she did several different weights. This first group is called Air, and you can see how the colors relate to that theme of air. This is Earth. She's done Water, which are also beautiful and a little more intense, and then Fire.
Ooh.
All of them are beautiful.
Amazing.
And this is what they look like all together on the color card. She's also done it's a DK weight yarn. We will eventually carry the entire line because I think it's really beautiful. Did we get it in? Yes, we did. This is the DK weight, and I have already knit the first of her specialty patterns, which is this absolutely beautiful fingerless knit.
It's so nice.
It's knit on double pointed needles, and when you get to the thumb, you just go back and forth for so many rows and then finish it off. This, when you come in to feel this, you will be amazed. This is not a superwash wool, but because of the breed of sheep, the Romney and the Blueface Leicester, it has a creamy texture. You can hold it against your neck, and if you're very sensitive to wool, it's gonna feel like wool, but it's not deeply scratchy and itchy. This is the skein that I knit this from. This is a one skein project, but I bet there's enough. I'm gonna keep making them until I run out. I bet there might be enough to make 2 pairs of this, especially if you make the second pair a little bit shorter.
That's what I was thinking.
But we've got the pattern for these, and we have the DK weight yarn in these colors. I didn't get them all because this is a bit of an experiment, and I need to know that our customers really want this. The label is in gold.
I love it. This is from
It's beautiful.
the earth.
This is
colorway.
the earth.
This pink is.
It's just lovely. Really, really lovely. And there's 200 and blah, blah, blah. 255 yards in each skein. So, again, you're looking at 4 to 5 skeins to make a sweater in an average size. But 1 skein, like I said, will do the mitts. They are just beginning to put together designs. So they have this one for a sweater.
I love that diamond design.
Yeah, isn't that pretty?
It's really nice. Can't see it yet.
And
You're moving them around.
I know, I'm sorry. And this one.
What are you?
I'm sorry.
Oh, that one's nice.
So they don't have a lot of patterns,
Harvest sweater.
but it's DK weight. There's plenty out there that you can find. In addition to the DK weight, I ordered, because how could I not, the Aran weight. This is the yarn. When you come in asking for an Irish wool to make an Irish wool sweater that's heavy on cables, this is what I'm going to show you. This is 191 yards per skein, so you're looking at 6 to 8 skeins to make an average heavy cabled sweater, depending on the size. But again, same thing. It's the Romney and Blueface Leicester. The creaminess of it is just delightful. We got enough in of that to probably do 3 sweaters right now. And if the response is good, we'll continue to get it. I didn't check the price,
It's on our
but
website.
it's on our website. The price is on our website. So it's not outrageous. And I was deeply relieved that even though I did have to pay tariff, it didn't add a ton of money to each skein. It was a doable amount. So that's our very first tariff-worthy yarn for this year.
And so that Aran weight, is that like one of the only Irish Aran weight yarns made there?
It's pretty darn close.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that you can't find any yarn,
Yeah.
but you have very limited supplies. So I don't think we can go out and say it's the only one,
No.
but it's certainly going to be one of the most popular ones, the truest one, and one that's going to be able to be found and knit with. So we'll see what happens with them. We'll be keeping a very close eye on their whole business and hopefully supporting them as much as we can. Okay.
I love all of their values.
They're doing this in a very conscientious manner. You're right. Okay. Next up is what's the big controversy? Have you ever been stuck on Sleeve Island and feeling like, holy cow, I'm never going to get these done? Especially when you're doing a top-down sweater and you get to where you take the sleeves off, the body is bing bang done, and then you have to face those sleeves. Always a question. What needle can you use to knit the sleeves in the round? Do you do magic loop? Do you do a 16-inch needle for a while and then switch to double pointed? Or do you do DPNs all the way? That's the first big question. The second question is, how do you knit in the round with all that sweater hanging from whatever needle you're knitting? Because you have to constantly move that. And I've given you a tip before about putting the sweater in some kind of drawstring bag so that the whole thing is easier to move around as you knit the sleeves in the round. Great. Here's what's controversial. I don't always do that. I often will knit the sleeve straight back and forth. And I've done that with the Haruno cardigan. I finished this. This is a class that I'm going to do starting in, I think it starts in November, actually. I wrote it down somewhere. It starts November 8th. And here we go. I just want to get it straightened out. This is what Haruno looks like. This is not blocked, so there's a little bit of bubbliness in that pattern. This is a top down, and it's back and forth because it's not a pullover, but the sleeves were written for being in the round. You were supposed to pick them up and knit them in the round so you didn't have a seam to sew. I don't always do that because I don't want to move that whole sweater around. And when I open the sleeve up and knit back and forth, I don't have to move the sweater. I just have to move the sleeve that's on the needle, back and forth, knit and purl, knit and purl, knit and purl. I'm not constantly doing this, and the sleeve and the sweater gets twisted up and drives everybody, including the knitter, insane. Now, the downside, if there is one, is that you then have a seam to sew. I'm not afraid of seams. I like seams. I think they add a lot of stability to a sweater. And once you learn mattress stitch and how to do it, the seam's a breeze. And like I said, this has not been blocked. It will make the sewing the seam even easier if I do a quick, put a towel over it, steam block, just to help control that roll. What do I do at the underarm part? Because normally you would pick up stitches across this area. This is where we divided the sleeve stitches from the body and cast on a few to fill in. Well, when I put the sleeves back onto a needle, I will cast on to each edge half the number of stitches that I was supposed to pick up. The pattern will usually tell you to start in the middle and pick up 4, knit across the sleeve, pick up the other 4. I cast on 4, knit across the sleeve, and at the beginning of the next row, cast on the 4. Controversial? If it can be controversial in knitting, it gets the job done comfortably and quickly. And I don't feel unhappy about making the sleeves. Sleeves are quick. They're half the size of the front or the back. And you can do them in, 6 hours, let's say. But they're slow when you have that whole weight of the sweater that's moving around and around. When you have to spend time untwisting everything.
You're on that island, just
You're on
spinning
that
around.
island, spinning around. That's where it came from, I think. So think about it. If you want, the next time you're doing this, if you want a little bit of guidance, come on in. I'll help you figure out how to get going on a straight needle. And you will now be seeing this done next week. Both sleeves are ready for the hem to be turned up. And this is another thing that we're going to do a little video on. I love this braid. Love it. It is so easy to do. So incredibly easy to do. So we're gonna do a little video. I'll do it again. I think I'll make a pair of mittens and do this little braid on top of that because it's so attractive.
It's so cool.
It really is cool. And it's really easy on a knit row.
And then that folds over.
Exactly. And so this yarn that I did this sample in is the Rambouillet. And I have talked about the Rambouillet before, but boy, it was a joy to knit. I love it. I really, really love it. And I'm hoping, I love the sweater, and I made it in a size to fit me, and I hope that when it's blocked, it really fits me the way I want it to. It's a little bit of an unusual shape because the front is very short because of the shaping. It only comes down like this and then a zing over. So it's not a style I'm used to wearing.
But it's gonna be so flattering, I think.
I hope so.
I would wear that style because it's good over a dress or like.
Gonna look great on a dress. So here are some of the colors that we've got in the Rambouillet. This yarn feels fantastic. Again, it is a non-superwash, so it's what we're calling an authentic wool, but it really feels nice. Yarn is just so, these authentic yarns are so different from wools from before. Think Candide or even Bartlett yarn
Candide.
today. Exactly.
It's
It was
hard
like
as
a
rock.
brick. Like a brick.
But this.
Okay, one more quick little thing.
Love it.
There's a brand new website called yarnsmarts.com, and it was created by a local woman, Beth Zeek, Z-Y-C-H. She used to be the education director down at Webb's, and she has now started her own little company. She's doing a lot of information and Zoom classes, and they have a big retreat coming up online. All of it is online, and so if you check her out, check the site out, I'm sure you will find some interesting things. She just had Patty Lyons, an interview with Patty Lyons this past week, and we're wishing her and sending her all of our best and hoping that that all really works out. Because the more information you have out there, the better knitter you become, the more yarn you're gonna wanna use. So it benefits all of us. So that brings us to the end of today. I'm just double checking that everything I wanted to tell you. Oh no, see? We also got in this, so cute, this little tiny baby merino. This is 25 grams, about 100 yards of a, let's see, you're saying size 4? Where's the gauge? 26. Okay, so this is a sport weight baby yarn in some real baby colors. Adorable for booties, absolutely cute. You could even get out of one skein a tiny little cap for a newborn, and you can use more than that to make a little sweater. But this is machine washable, and this is 100% virgin superwash wool.
Just fits in your hand like a little cupcake.
This year, little is cute.
Oh, and it's got
So
all these
cute.
standards that are really good for babies.
Exactly. Everything that you need to create a unique and fun baby thing. All right, you guys. Like I said, that's it for today. Lots of information. Go out there and go knit something. Bye-bye.